welcome back to my channel Reacting to. I'm Dika. So last time on Bleach we met Dordoni, who is a Priveron Espada, so Espada that's no longer an Espada, who had to leave because they did something unforgivable. Now he was trying to force Ichigo to his full power, not just to Bankai but to his holification, because he wanted to fight him at his best to somehow be allowed back into the Espada because he was that loyal to Aizen. However, of course, in the midst of it, Nell got hurt, and this is what kind of changed Ichigo's mind. He thought, what's the point me trying to hold back if the people around me that I'm trying to actually protect aren't going to benefit from my full power, so I should just basically do it, since Dordoni decided to target him. He gave us a little bit of an overview of some of the other Espadas. So the area they're travelling in is called the Tres Ciferes, which is the area, the 3-digit Arancas, and they're just as strong as a normal Espada, but because of now the fact that they've been deranked, they kind of exist in this area, and they are the strongest, only second to the actual Espada. Now, Ichigo did defeat him after he holified. He said this ain't gonna take long, and he ended up, like I said in the manga, I've got a feeling that cut was a lot more worse. However, Nell healed him, or kind of helped him, and he decided to use this opportunity after he told Ichigo his reasons as to why he wanted to fight Ichigo at his fullest. Decides to carry on fighting Ichigo. Now, I even said last time there's no way he's gonna survive, he's gonna die, because I was pretty surprised that they decided to heal him. And of course we've got Chad, Uryu and Renji, who are also going to probably come across their own Priveron Espada, and I can't wait to see how those fight in Shore. Now here we are with 153 and 154. Oh, I don't think Ichigo got hurt in that, because this guy hadn't fully healed. Oh shit.
We have orders to locate the injured intruder and execute him.
That order came from whom? I am glad you were able to make it out of here in time, Nino. If you had not countered my final attack, you would still be here. You would have been executed, but you transformed. You preserved my dignity as a warrior. I am grateful for that. Above all, not heal his wounds once we have defeated him.
Yeah. Oh. Who is even fighting?
Dordoni Alessandro del Socaccio has been killed by the intruders.
No, he wasn't.
Tell me, who specifically sent the Ahekias out to eliminate the boy?
Oh, so it wasn't Aizen. Heki. Oh.
It was me, Lord Aizen.
Who is this? Oh.
I wanted to make sure we eliminated him while he was injured. I thought it was a rare opportunity. Just as long as you had a good reason, there's no need to punish you. The data that you collected from Dordoni regarding the intruder, will it be of any help with your research?
So he knows. See, he collected stuff. How can you be up in this place trying to hide stuff from Aizen?
Do I look happy? You seem to be amused. I think maybe energized is the right word.
Did you capture him? Oh my god.
What do you mean, why are you carrying me? That's my question, you egghead! You said, I feel Nell's spiritual pressure nearby. Forget about it. Then you got hyped up, grabbed at me, and brought me down this corridor.
Wrong. Wait a minute, Pesce's gone.
He was never here to begin with.
Pesce? Who's lived with me all this time? He's never been anything more than an illusion in my mind right from the very beginning.
How did you come up with that?
How many times do I have to tell you, moron? You're not going to be getting away from me.
I'll just have to keep coming at her and hope I'm able to score a direct hit. Fear, now! Now strike!
I'm gonna probably do nothing to you.
Now I just have to control the arrows with my spiritual pressure.
Yes.
Time to quit playing around.
It's curving.
Yeah.
While you were on the offensive, you broke all these pillars, and now you're left wide open. There were just too many of them for me to destroy alone. Now watch this! Spin around!
Oh. So it's following him.
You're just wasting your time.
Oh. Oh my god. It's pressure out there. Is she outside? Oh, this must be an illusion.
All I did was follow that corridor, and now I'm outside? What's going on?
I mean, if it has no relevance to it, then it has no relevance, but...
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh shit! That's one of the actual spiders.
Allow me to take off my mask and greet you properly.
Arañero Adaru Eri,
Wow.
also known as Espada number 9.
Kyan.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's Kyan? I did think his face looked a bit familiar, but... Oh, wow! I'm not gonna lie, I didn't recognize him straight away, but... This would make sense, because didn't he die as a hollow inside? Oh, that is crazy!
Answer me!
I don't think that is the Kyan she remembers.
Is that really you, Lieutenant?
Yeah. It's been a while. You're looking well, Rukia.
Damn! So it is him! So how could that be the same one?
A wooden sword?
Here, take it.
Is she imagining this? Is this like...
Time since we trained together.
Like, is Arañero, the actual Espada, tricking her?
Squad 13's former training ground. The heaviness of his swing. His footwork. I remember all of it.
Your side's open.
However, I don't put it past Aizen to have been taking bodies and experimenting and doing stuff with them. Now, the hollow that took over Kyan's body, for it to be killed, you had to kill Kyan. Now, I can't remember if they talked about it. I don't know what Ukitake did with the body after. I don't know what happens to Soul Reaper's bodies when they die. They get buried. So maybe what has been revived was I don't know. Maybe what was revived underneath, because Arancars take on human shape, or they have human the closer they are to not Atujas, but the ultimate Menos, they become more human. So I don't know if that's because it's linking back to the hollow that took over his body, that originally ended up in the Hueco Mundo, that when it became an Arankar, or when it was turnn back into an Arankar via Aizen, it took back the shape of Kyan, because that was the last body it took over.
It really is you, Kyan.
Well, it looks like you finally believe me now. Have a seat. You and I have got an awful lot of catching up to do.
This is so bizarre.
That hollow was one of Aizen's test subjects.
Ah,
After being destroyed, it returned to Hueco Mundo
Yes.
and regenerated. The hollow had fused its body to mine.
I
When
thought-
it regenerated, it came back in my physical form.
yes, that's
I
exactly.
guess it probably all went according to their master plan. I took one of the Espada's places, and I've been waiting ever since for a chance to get my revenge on Aizen.
How can you be planning all of this without Aizen knowing?
Everything the light from those blue skies touches is under Aizen's watchful surveillance.
That's why.
Is that the reason why you brought me inside here?
I've got a plan, and I think you're the only person who can help me pull it off successfully.
I feel like this is a trap. Look, see? I knew it. Oh shit. Yeah, that's not Cayenne.
You're Rukia Kuchiki. You're the one who took my life. That feeling you had when you stabbed me.
I had to stab you because you were going to kill me.
I'm asking if you are prepared to atone for your crime by dying at the hands of the man that you murdered.
Yes, I am.
No!
I came to Wako Mundo to bring Orihime back home. I came here to save my friend.
Relax, it was all just a joke. I was just kidding around.
No, I wouldn't believe this piece of shit
You
now.
deserve to die.
Something I can do.
I already hate where this is going.
Yeah, I want you to bring me the heads of your 4 friends. Do this, we'll wipe the slate clean between us, and I'll completely forgive you for killing me.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I would have been like, fuck off.
You see? Pretty simple, huh?
Arenero is the real person in charge. He's clearly used Cayenne's subconscious, what's happened. He knows what's happened. He was taunting her when he killed... He was taunting this particular hollow. I forgot what they called him. Was taunting Rukia when he took over his body, and then he was like, you're not gonna kill your friend. I do not even think Cayenne is here at all. This is not Cayenne. This is Arenero.
No, you never joke about something like that.
Exactly. That's not him. It's never been him.
Don't you dare insult Cayenne Shiba! But I knew that everyone in Squad 13 loved and respected. That man was nothing like you.
No, wait, Rukia.
Oh,
Of course I'm Cayenne. What are you talking about?
Don't ever say that name
yeah.
again!
Silence this fool.
Sodeno Shirayuki! You're not getting away from me.
Where is he running?
Why are you running?
You're
He's also using the power of the hollow.
very ambitious, Rukia. Trying to kill the same man twice, like you did last time.
See, he's just filling her head. He's trying to mess with her.
That fighting style is typical of you.
Oh, damn! It's finished there. Those are those are 2 really good episodes. I really did like how we got firstly a lot of interesting stuff, and I'll get onto the whole Cayenne Arenero situation. But I really did like how, I mean, when the Hekias, the firing squad, had turned up to try and get the injured Ichigo, and that Aranka, when he went to report back, I'm like, how can you stand there and lie when you forget who you're reporting back to? This is Aizen. Aizen knows everything. But I did like how Aizen was like, you failed to report one thing to me. And then one of his, I don't know which Aranka he is, I don't know which Espada he is, but he was, his name is equally hard to pronounce. Zai Alaparo. So Zai Alaparo was the one who sent them out. So here he was like on his knees, like, sorry, Lord Aizen. So Lord Aizen was like, you know what, it's cool. I'm not going to punish you. If the research that you picked up, the data that you got from Dordoni, if it was vital to your research, then it's all good. So clearly this guy, Zai Alaparo, wanted to get Ichigo for research. And Aizen knew that, and he was like, yeah, of course it is. And he could see he was shook. But now I'm thinking, how can you even go for a shit in that place without Aizen knowing what's going on? It's just so ridiculous how some of these people think they can move pieces without Aizen knowing, which is laughable, to be fair. But yes, this kind of goes back to, if I don't know if there's potential, there's something brewing up. Now, I did mention before that I thought Grimjow was the black sheep of the Espadas. He was the one that was lashing out and saying stuff. But I don't know if some of the other Espadas might have their own goals and intentions. The reason why I point that out is, like, I know when it comes to, like, I guess, like, underhanded, they're doing something, so I don't know what that means. I don't know what their intentions are. And you get, I thought that obviously the Espadas had this blind loyalty to Aizen. I mean, even if they don't completely show, even if they act a bit crass, like, I know even I'm going back to, I can't seem to get his name. So Dordoni, he he even mentioned, he was self-aware, ex-Espada. He even said that, I know that the Espadas are only used as tools for Aizen, but he wanted to still be able to serve Aizen because he liked fighting, he liked being seen in that light. Now, I don't know when, or if at any point when they do become like that, or they do start growing like if they could have more alliances outside of Aizen. There were instances where we kind of saw that, where Gin said to Ulquiorra, I didn't know you, I didn't even realize you were there, I didn't think you liked me, maybe we should try and be nicer to one another. So he didn't even think him and Ulquiorra could sort of get on in that capacity, because he had seemed to have a friendship with Lupi, the other previously deceased Espada 6, after he took it from Grimjar and Grimjar took it back. So even prior to that, we saw the relationship building between Wonderwise and Kaname. So again, I don't know if they have the ability or the free will, you could say, to sort of form bonds and relationships. And secondly, if they even, the free will I'm assuming they get is from Aizen in the end, because he's the one that creates them, or he's the one that births them from the from the Hokyoku. But I wonder how much of that is them, or how much of a conscious they are able to have. So I know some of the other Arankars probably were loyal to Aizen, but I think the higher ones, the ones that get to the ranks of, say, Espada, if they end up developing a certain form of free will or certain form of consciousness outside of just being blindly loyal to Aizen, because of obviously how even Dordoni, the way he respected Ichigo in battle, even he thanked him, knowing that Ichigo could have finished him off in his Bankai form, but for his sake, he went to his holification. And the reasons, like, beyond, he was like, you should be doing it for yourself. So he even mentioned he wasn't fighting and wanting to kill Ichigo for Aizen. He was doing it for himself because he wanted to battle, and hopefully by killing him, he would be revered as strong enough to be accepted by Aizen again. So there was all these points that were mentioned, which were really interesting. And coming back to Grimjar, yes, Grimjar is like the black sheep. He does introduction on the previous episodes of the Privaro Espadas. I'm wondering that disobedience when Grimjar took a group of those Arankars to the world of the living, if that would have been classified as something he had done that was unforgivable. Because I was going to mention, it was funny how if that was going to be him classed as being that, and then he would have been deranked and he would have lost his ranking, I can understand that. And I forgot that he didn't lose his arm in a fight. It was Kaname that on purpose took his arm that broke, like ripped his arm off, to make sure he didn't even become a ranked or a Privaro Espada, because then he would be useless beyond useless. And that was Kaname just being petty. But I wonder if something like that would have gotten Grimjar to be a Privaro Espada because of his disobedience. But it's just like that meme, like Grimjar lashes out and he acts a bit of a brat, but I think in front of Aizen, I don't think he would be acting up. Like, he knows, I think he's very aware of Aizen's power. Now coming back to when Rukia ran in with Kaien again, I do 100% believe that is not Kaien's soul. Now, in terms of how his body was able to come back and all of that stuff made sense, that when his soul disintegrated, again, I thought he died on the spot. I don't know how he would have said bye to the rest of the Shiba clan. So again, I don't know the process of what happens when a soul reaper dies. But when his soul disintegrated and when it left, and obviously the hollow had left, and it went back to Wakamundo, regenerated there, it makes sense that it regenerated back in his physical body. That made sense. And the Shiba Kai, he technically was reborn, because that was no longer Kaien. That was now, what was his name? Arenero. So I think the hollow having existed inside Kaien in that short period of time, when he was taunting, he knows that much. Like, he knows Rukia's name. He knows Rukia's, she was part of the squad. He knows all of that because of that brief moment in time. I doubt he would know much beyond that. I don't know if he was, again, it was just the body, that was the last body he was in. So apart from this, like, Kaien's soul passing on, there's nothing else he's aware of when it comes to his other details. He seems to have just mentioned her name, she was part of the squad, and it was kind of making her live back all of that to get her guard down. But I definitely think that's Arenero and not Kaien, because Kaien's definitely dead. And it's also interesting that I think maybe Gin had planned it, because when he was in that control room and then Ulquiorra saw what he was doing, he was kind of leading the paths in the ways he wanted to. So maybe he's the one that kind of controlled the pathway that Rukia was on to make sure she bucked in with Arenero. The other thing is, I like how he was trying to use blackmail no jutsu to try and coerce her into, you know what, as repentance for killing me, I want you to serve up the heads of your friends. Again, I don't know if this is the thing he wanted, so it's like only something you could do. I need your help in defeating Aizen, he first mentioned. So I don't know if that was a ruse to try and get her to drop her guard, or he is actually going to use her to defeat Aizen, or it was just all smoke and mirrors and he really wanted her to give up her friends, kill them, blah blah blah. Now, she's clearly not thinking straight. She's angry, but she's fighting under a lot of pressure because he keeps talking and he keeps spitting shit and saying shit. I don't know what part of this is illusion. He has his whole Sanpakuto out, so I don't know in terms of when it comes to the Espadas when they release their Sanpakuto. But I don't know if that's only in relevance to when Arenero has his mask on, and this is causing her to get angry because he is sullying Kayan's name. He is literally sullying his image, which I don't know again if this is what's kind of not allowing her to fight to her full potential, if she's letting her emotions get in the way. So I'm wondering how that's sort of going to end. I'm wondering how she's going to get out of that. She's kind of in that literal silo at the moment, and he keeps taunting her, so I'm wondering what the outcome of that's going to be. And of course we got glimpses of who Chad was fighting, and obviously Uryu, and I didn't catch her name, but again her Sanpakuto looks epic, and I thought it was unsheathed, but it's in the sheath that's like going around like a yo-yo. So I'm wondering if we'll get the opportunity to catch her name, and it looked like Pesce had appeared there, so who knows, Pesce might be able to form some form of assistance like Nell was to Ichigo. Now yes, that's it for this time. If you did like this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.